Hello. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing today? It's January 3rd. It was New Year's Eve, New Year's Day just a few days ago. I already kind of forgot, all the holidays and everything like that. Well, welcome. Welcome, everyone. And thank you for being part of the journey that we've been doing over the last several days. I want to thank you for being here as well today. This is the last day. It's day five of this great series that I started on Monday. My name is Linda G. Robert. You're back in the groove again, coach, your travel coach and travel agent with Travel Only. And if you haven't downloaded Embrace the Change yet, you can do so at lindagrobert.com/embrace change. We covered a lot this week. And if you haven't seen any of the videos, any of the lives, please do go back and check them out. So we started with recognizing the fears that hold us back. And then we discussed taking some small steps to break through those fears. We've explored shifting our mindset and using visualization, a great technique to overcome challenges and to start feeling successful, to start thriving. And today, it's all about taking things to another level. And this is the final step, which is embracing bold moves to accelerate growth and change. So let's take everything we've learned so far and focus on stepping out of our comfort zone to do something that excites us and maybe something that might even be a little bit scary at first. And why? Well, it's because real transformation happens when we push our limits, even just a little bit. I want you to think about this. If you always do what feels safe and familiar, you'll keep getting the same results. And if you're okay with that, that's great. But if you're wanting change, this is what you need to do. When you take a bold step, something just outside of your comfort zone, you open up the doors to new opportunities, new experiences, and personal growth. And it's not about taking unnecessary, uncalculated risks. It's really about calculated leaps that align with your values and that align with your goals. And sometimes these steps feel scary at first, but they're worth the fear because the results can be truly life-changing. So let me ask you a question. I hope you've been journaling all along to be able to identify some of the fears, right? So asking yourself now, what would be worth the fear for you? What's something that challenges you enough to make you think, this is scary, but I'm going to love the results. So what is that one thing, or maybe a couple of things? So here's a couple of examples of bold moves that are especially doable and meaningful for people like us. So maybe you've always wanted to explore a new city or maybe even a new country, but you've hesitated to go alone, or you've hesitated to ask your friends. And maybe starting with a weekend trip and discovering the empowerment of traveling on your own or even with a few special friends would be a bold move for you. Maybe. Maybe it's taken up a new hobby like photography or learning to cook a new cuisine or mastering a new language. Maybe that's what's challenging you. Challenging yourself to grow in this way keeps you curious, keeps you engaged. Maybe you want to challenge yourself physically. Maybe it's signing up for a 5K or a 10K, hiking a challenging trail, or even joining a local fitness group, which can feel intimidating at first. But the sense of accomplishment would be unmatched, right? And I remember, speaking of 5Ks, the very first 5K I did was in Ottawa in 2007. I had been preparing, walking and jogging, preparing, walking and jogging when I lived in Hanmer. I was doing that. And the day of the 5K walk, I decided to walk and jog, walk and jog. I was fine with that. And I felt awesome. I was around thousands of people. And I remember maybe the following year, I did a 10K. I walked the 10K. It was for the Santa Claus Shuffle. I walked the 10K. I was the last one to get to the final line because I walked it. But I didn't care because I had it, I got it done, right? So it doesn't matter if you're behind everyone. It doesn't matter. Like in my case, dressed in a Santa Claus suit, I walked everything, but everybody else started with a jog. I started walking it, and I was the last one to get in, and I didn't care because they were still there waiting for me when I got there. And I was just glad that I did it. So remember, it's not about comparing yourself to anybody else, right? It's about challenging you, challenging yourself. That's what it's about. Maybe if you're more adventurous, it would be like trying something like ziplining for the very first time, or taking a scenic helicopter ride, or maybe go snorkeling for the first time. Remember, it doesn't have to be extreme. It just needs to stretch you out of your comfort zone enough to remind you that it's difficult, but you can do it. Right? It reminds you of your resilience. It's not about the size of the step. It's about the intention behind it, to challenge your way of being, your way of doing, and your way of thinking. And I want to share one bold move that's made a really profound impact on my life. And that was walking the Camino de Santiago, right? If you haven't heard about it, here's a little bit about it. The Camino is a pilgrimage that challenges you physically and emotionally and mentally. And each day on the trail brings something new, moments of doubts, incredible views, and powerful realizations. And I've done two so far, right? I've walked one in 23, where it was a total of 30 days, a total of 679 kilometers. Challenged me like crazy. The second one was just recent. It was last September. It was a total of 240 kilometers, and I walked it with a friend, which was awesome. So the first one challenged me like crazy, challenged me physically, challenged me spiritually. I learned to trust more in a higher power. It challenged my way of thinking. It challenged everything. It challenged some of my fears of height. I'm still afraid of heights, but I know that when push comes to shove, I could do it. If I really have to, I know I can do it. And this September, I'll be walking the coastal route of the Camino de Santiago from Porto to Santiago de Compostela. It'll take about 2 weeks, and I would love for you to join me on this incredible journey. So the last trip that I walked was the central route. That was in September. And then this September, it will be the coastal route, which is along the ocean, which is going to be incredible views. And of course, to help you prepare, I'm offering a 6-month program starting this March. And the program really is designed to get you ready physically, to get you ready mentally, to get you ready emotionally, to set some intentions, whether it's building your endurance or knowing what to pack, packing the right gear, or setting some personal goals for this journey. I'm going to be there every step of the way. It's also going to be the walk itself. The way that I've got it devised is that it will be also like a retreat, like a walking retreat as well, where we're going to, I'll be challenging you to set some intentions and to, of course, do some reflecting at the end of each day. But I will be there. I'm going to be walking it with you. So it's going to be an awesome experience. Imagine what you can learn about yourself while walking through breathtaking landscapes and meeting new people, a lot of pilgrims out there, and of course, leaving your worries behind one step at a time. And of course, if walking one of the Caminos isn't your path, isn't one of your bold moves, I encourage you to think about what bold move are you ready to take? What will you do that's worth the fear for you? Maybe it is traveling somewhere that you've always dreamt of. Maybe it is starting a new chapter, like taking retiring or taking a new job or maybe changing careers. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it is um, starting a healthier lifestyle. Whatever it is, start, right? Start. Take some actions, like we talked about a couple of days ago. And of course, walking the Camino sounds like the bold move that you're ready to embrace. Visit my website at lindagrobert.com/Camino Adventure to learn more about it. If your bold move lies elsewhere, share it in the comments section. I'd love to support you. Share it in the comments section. You'll see comments, in the video. Share it there. Your courage might just inspire someone else to take that first step. Remember, this is your year. Let it be the year where you say, new year, new me. Remember, that's my theme. New year, new you. New year, new me. Step out of your comfort zone. Embrace that fear. Take the required action steps. Visualize the success. And watch how your life transforms. You'll feel it. You'll go, wow, I can't believe I've done that. So thank you so much for joining me this week. Remember, you're capable of amazing things. Now let's make it happen, right? That's what it's all about. Feel that energy. You know you could do it. Might be a bit scary, but let's face that fear. So my next live series will be on January 20th. I haven't decided the theme just yet, but stay tuned for more information on that as well. Of course, if you have any questions, write them below in the comments section. Go back to some of the previous lives. I started the first live on Monday. We talked about fears. On Tuesday, it was about the deeper fear. On Wednesday, it was about actionable steps. Yesterday, was about mindset, changing the mindset. So go back to those, review those. I think it'll be helpful to you. And if you have questions, add them, or comments, add them to those videos, on my YouTube channel. And of course, if you have any questions at all concerning the Camino, or if you want to share what your bold move will be, add them as well. I can't wait to hear what your bold move is going to be this year. Remember, new year, new you. New year, new you. Let's do this. All right. I will see you live the week of the 20th as well. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye now.